bedtime. Since the last video, so I was talking about balance things a lot more and not just like being so strict with my time in terms of working, because I found it was stressing me out a little bit. So I'm trying to balance things and be a bit more relaxed and like not necessarily work just because I said I'm working. So, and not necessarily do a fitness thing because I said I'm doing it. Like, be a bit more relaxed about time and stuff. So yeah, I've been doing that this week. It's now Tuesday. It does feel pretty good. It's Tuesday night. I'm too fired up tonight. I need to hit the gym early in the morning, but I'm wired tonight. I was swimming training, so you're usually well awake after that. I was just thinking on the way home from training about how easy it is whenever you're creating content for both personally and for other people, is to create the same sort of content without maybe thinking outside the box. So I was thinking about one of my clients today and sort of thinking, like, instead of just saying, okay, what can we make for their business, I was thinking, what traits have they got that people can relate to and will want to see in order to increase reach, etc. Because that's a big objective for them. We could, you know, look at him, the client, and how we can create content ideas that are more likely to take off based around him and who he is, if that makes sense, rather than just going with the safe option, the typical business content. And I think I can then apply this to my content as well. Obviously I'm trying a lot more different things with YouTube and more real content, but I think that that's a real key thing that a lot of social media managers and content creators get sort of lost in. They don't think, right, why could I go viral? Why could this person's business go viral? Especially on TikTok now, it's crazy. But yeah, just food for thought. The last sort of 6 weeks I've been doing ice bath before the gym, and it's good because it gets it out of the way and it's done. But like, it's just so shit, and you're sitting in the car like, fuck. But yeah, that's the plan for tomorrow morning. It's now after 10:30 and I'm up at 6, so not ideal. Time to get some rest. And then a long day at uni tomorrow as well, so we need to do some client work in the AM. It's now the weekend, so it's actually a wonder day at the minute. Been a really good weekend. I actually didn't manage to get a chance to check in during the week. I actually might turn this one into a wee 2-week episode where I can see all my thoughts sort of together a bit more. I'm not sure. I'll see. Yeah, this week I was obviously trying to focus a bit more on the balance of things, not letting work completely take over my life and the whole grind set really take over my life. So yeah, it was kind of interesting. I must say it was kind of interesting. And I think it's kind of helped in a way, because there has been like ups and downs, but I've been able to deal with them fine within the business, like in terms of workload, and yeah, another issue which we'll get onto. But yeah, I think the whole balance approach has been quite a good idea, because it's shown me how easy it is actually to fall off all the good habits that you've built up. The good sort of habits of turning the phone off at a certain time at night and not sitting worthlessly scrolling. But this week I was like, right, I'm actually going to take it easy and sort of see how things go. And work-wise, it actually was fine, but I just found myself being annoyed that I wasn't as productive as maybe I could be. So yeah, it's something to work on. Going to get right back into the grind this week and obviously let myself have a little bit of time as and when I need it to chill, the same way I was, but maybe just not so strict. But yeah, anyway, to the agency work. So this week's content has actually been good to get out. It's just been rattling out all week. I had a shoot day this week with a client. It was good, all grand. Some really good shots actually in there, all due to go out next week. But one of my other clients, I was having issues with payment, so yeah, just delayed payment really. So obviously that's pretty annoying, but it sort of comes with the whole industry really, doesn't it? Working with certain businesses of certain sizes with certain capacities, and I was expecting it and I was ready for something like that to happen at some point. So I felt I was actually really able to handle it really well, like mentally. I just reacted exactly how I would have liked to react, very confidently, very professionally, but I didn't let those external like factors really annoy me. Obviously, I am living at home right now with my mum, and I'm studying in uni, so I'm not someone who is relying on that income to feed my family or something, which was quite eye-opening, I thought. I'm not going to go into how much I'm owed, but I'm owed a lot of money from them, enough that it would cover rent and food and things like that. Like, it really shows the industry you're working in, how liable you are and how sensitive you are to any clients not playing ball. So again, I was sort of touching on it last week, where what I want to do in September, I always had it like this was the only option for me, because in my head I was like, you need that mindset for it to succeed, which could very well be the case. I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying it's sort of opened my eyes a little bit to how dangerous it could be if it was solely or something you were really relying on. And we'll see how things go moving forward. But yeah, it's just really chasing the client and seeing how we can work things out. Whereas I think a number of weeks ago, or even a number of months ago, that would have really stressed me out, really got me down, really been on my shoulders, if you know what I mean. Another thing I want to touch on from this week is realising that, like, I don't know everything, I don't need to know everything. Not in terms of knowledge or skills or anything like that. I mean, know how I should think, what I should do. I think because I was in a bubble for so long that was really consistent and really scheduled. This is where the balance thing sort of comes in. Really scheduled. I wasn't really having that much thoughts outside of my business and work and fitness. That was all it was for a number of weeks there, which obviously I was enjoying. It was good, but some externalities this week have come into play where I didn't know what the right thing to do was, and this week it's sort of shown me, like, that's okay. So it's okay if you don't know what to do. You can only do your best. You can only take what's happening and deal with it. I've just had a lot of things like, how should I think? How should I act? Should I grind out flat out? Should I not? Should I take a back seat? Should I just focus on my skills? I think I was talking about this before, but essentially not knowing the right thing, or where you're going to be in 6 months, or what's going to happen in 2 months, or what clients you're going to have in 1 month. You don't know, so don't think about it. Just be in this sort of present moment and be grateful for it. Like, don't think that you'll be happy or things will be good in X amount of time, or when Y happens. When I can buy a new car, things will be good. When I am on holiday, things will be great. You can't think like that, because the only thing you can appreciate is right now, which I'd been good at, and I think I was consistent with that sort of mindset. But then, yeah, it's just fallen off in recent weeks, so noticing that, yeah, is another thing. It's Sunday afternoon. I had a brilliant run this morning. It was really good. My knee was holding up really well, actually, for the half marathon in 3 weekends time. Yeah, 3 weeks. Yep. 3 weeks in Amsterdam. Me and the boys go for half mara, and then a couple of days after. So that'll be good crack. Buzzing for it, actually. Really good run this morning. First long run in about 2 weeks because my knee was playing up, but it's all good now. And then, yeah, did a wee C-dip after. Just been doing a bit of work here for a couple of hours, and then going for a carvery this afternoon. We're actually away on Mother's Day, so I thought I'd take my mum out for a big roast carvery this weekend instead. So that's planned this afternoon. Just going to take it easy tonight, and then I'm going to get up at the crack of dawn tomorrow and get straight back into the gym and stuff. Oh, another thing, I've actually got 2 meetings with business owners set up this week, potentially new clients, particularly one of them, which seems really good, a product-based business. I'm actually really looking forward to speaking to the owner of that and seeing what sort of content they would look or are looking to get created, and what sort of social media management they're looking for, because it looks like a really good opportunity for me. So it's quite funny, like, having issues with someone sometimes opens doors to others, I guess.
Having issues and drawbacks with one client might open doors to others. Who knows? That's the point. That is the sort of point I was making. Like, I don't know, so just roll with it. Whereas I was very strict and rigid in knowing what was happening and stuff. So, yep, good stuff. Maybe catch up with you in a bit. Well, how are we? So it's the next day. I was saying I was having some issues with one of my clients in terms of payment and things like that. So they've now turned into the first client that has left the agency since I've started. So they were with me there for 4 months, and it was actually really good. I enjoyed the content with them, and the results were actually insane. Some of the best results that I've had for businesses so far. They just didn't really have the budget anymore for it, and that's completely fair enough. All being well, payments should still be fine, but yeah, it's just a low point, isn't it? It's sort of, I always knew it was going to happen. Like, of course, businesses are going to come and go, and clients are going to come and go, and things are going to change. But I think it's just a bit like, oh fuck, right, where do we go from now? But it'll be alright. Like, we'll get over it and we'll move forward. But yeah, struggling to find motivation this morning. I know I just need to keep going, keep working at it. Possibly look for another client. But I've actually got 2 meetings this week with guys. I think I was talking about that before. 2 consultation calls, or 1 consultation call, 1 consultation meeting. Try not to let it get to me too much, but yeah, it's obviously naturally it's a bit of a low point, but it's all good. It's all a learning curve, isn't it? Maybe we'll have to adapt. Maybe this is just something that happens. I'm not sure. I don't have any of the answers today, but that's all right, and that's fine, I think, is what I'm learning. So yes, all good. Apart from that, just need to get back on the horse today, and then yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'll see you guys next week.